Alright, hello everyone, it's Team Rocket Draws here with another Pokemon drawing tutorial. And for this video, guys, we're going to be drawing Incineroar. So as you guys can see on screen, this is how he ends up looking like. So if you guys want to learn how to draw him, then let's get started. I'm also going to put up a reference right now on screen, that way it's easier for you guys to draw, and at the same time you guys can get all your details. Just keep in mind, guys, that we are going to start by doing a sketch, and then from there on you guys are going to do your final drawing. And I apologize if I said the name wrong, but yeah, guys, so before we get started, I just want to give you guys a heads up. So like I said before, this is a sketch, so if you guys are using pencil, remember to do your lines light, because there is going to be some erasing. First of all, we're going to start off with some shapes, and then from there on we're going to add all the details and everything else. So just pause the video as you go, you know, at your own pace, and yeah, I guess we could get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna start off by doing a circle, and the better that you guys make these first shapes, the easier it is to follow the tutorial. So remember to just try your best and get them as close as you can to the way I have them. So first of all, we're just gonna start off with the circle. We're gonna split it around there because he is looking a little bit to the side. We're gonna add his snout and then the bottom jaw. And yeah, we're gonna start off by doing that side. So then for his torso, we're gonna do this kind of like a rectangle shape, if you will. And just make sure that you guys do, if you guys noticed the left shoulder, like looking at him right now, how far it is from the head compared to the one on the right. And then once we have that, we're gonna do a line going straight down for his stomach. Once we have that, we're gonna do one of the legs as well as the other one, and then I do that line right there just to show us where the floor is gonna be basically, and then we can just work on his arm right there as well as the other one. And something to keep in mind is just the length and the shape and how thick the legs are, the shapes that is. Just remember to try to do them the same. Now here for the arm, if you guys notice, the top part of the hand, more like it, it's a little bit longer, thicker than the bottom part. And this is just rough, guys. And then right there, I just do that line just so we know where to place these circles right here for the fingers. And if you guys notice, it doesn't line up in the same area as the reference, but that's alright. You know, we're not trying to do the reference 100%, so if it doesn't turn out the same for you guys, just work with it and make it work for your drawing. So yeah, that middle line going down is just to help us place the circles. Once we have everything like this, guys, this is where we're gonna start off by adding all the details, all the lines and the features. Is basically what I'm trying to say. So we're gonna start off by doing the nose. And then we're just gonna do this triangle right there for the middle of his face. Same thing over here for this eyebrow, and just make sure that the eyebrows are roughly the same length. Don't do one a little bit longer than the other one, or else it's gonna look a little bit odd. Now for the ears, once again, just try to make them the same size, meaning like the same shape, you know. Don't make one way bigger than the other one. Now we could do the top part of the mouth, the snout, since he is a cat and everything. If you guys notice, it's not a perfect rectangle shape, so now right here for this right there, it doesn't line up with the ear, so that's one of those things I want you guys to pay attention to. So obviously I'm using my tablet, guys, in order to do this, so I'm able to make the lines a lot lighter for you guys. That's why I said earlier not to press too hard on your pencils, because there was going to be a lot of erasing. So hopefully you guys don't get confused with some of the shapes that we did earlier and the features that we're doing right now. So just try your best, guys, and if you guys have too much trouble, you guys could always leave a comment. If not, maybe there's another tutorial that fits you better. You know, it's not for everybody. I'm not going to be able to help everybody, but hopefully I'm able to help you. So now for the whiskers, this is probably one of the hardest parts. So I realized, like, right there in the middle, basically where the eyes are, it's roughly the middle of this whisker. So then I do the bottom one, that way I know where it lines up. And I do a line going across into the eye so we can know basically where that whisker comes out. So then we have these like darker ones behind that. So the same thing on this side, the same whisker coming off the eye. It's right there. I do the top one, that way I know where to place this one right there. Do the top right there, and then just do the bottom, that way everything lines up. And this is probably the hardest part of doing Incineroar, to be honest. Alright, so now right there we're gonna do this triangle shape again, and we're just gonna complete by doing the torso. Alright guys, so now right here for the arm, we're not fully gonna follow the shape that we did earlier, so just look at the reference to get a better idea of how to do it. And then he does have like this fire coming out of his shoulder, so I realized that the longer one right there is sticking out further right there. And then this one doesn't line up exactly like the reference, but like I said, just make it work with your drawing. And then I could just use as a reference to do the one on the other side. Alright, so now that we have that, guys, we can work on the fingers. And I know that his hand or his arm touches the hand around in the middle between those two fingers. So now I know that the fire belt, I imagine it's a belt, is around there. So this might take you guys a couple tries as well, just to like make it look good. Connect it right there, and now we could just do this bottom part right there. Looks like a little boat, paper boat. It's kind of like banana peels, guys, like the side, the shape of a banana, and then just erase the middle. And now for this leg over here, I actually have a lot of trouble, so it doesn't look good. So I apologize for that. It's just one of those parts that I myself had trouble. But it's an overall shape of it, you know. It doesn't have to be perfect. We could always, like I said, this is just a sketch, guys. We could always do our work on our sketch to make it better. And over here for the fingers, we're just gonna do the nails, or the claws, I guess you would call them. Now we could actually work on the actual shape of the fingers. There we go. Now we just finish off this knee over here, and then his leg sticks out the heel, but we're not able to see his leg, just the heel. Now these are just the markings where the red and the black are, the shapes. So this is the leg. Even looks weird right now, so I apologize for that, guys, but it's the basic concept of how it should be. So obviously we're gonna start over one toe and then just add the other two on the side. And I think it's just a little bit too thick. It should be thinner around the ankles. So I do go back and I do change that. You guys gonna see me struggle a little bit here and there. It just didn't look good, but like I said, this is just a sketch, guys. We could always go back later and fix it. So now the tail, it's gonna start off by doing it like that. roughly goes up to the chest area, and it has that roughly that shape. So now that we know where it is, we could do these little spikes that come out of the tail. And like I said before, guys, if it doesn't look the same as yours, it's okay. You know, I probably wouldn't be able to duplicate the same drawing even following my tutorial. Alright, so right here for the fingers, he obviously has 4. Yeah, make sure that I did do 4, and just try to make them all the same thickness. Obviously the pink is gonna be a little bit smaller, and if it doesn't fit properly in the shape that you guys did before, it's alright, you know, as long as all the fingers are the same size. Go ahead. It doesn't have to fit exactly in the shape that you guys made. That's just to help us do it. It's not there to do it exactly. It's just there to give us an idea where it should go. And if you guys notice, I erased basically the shapes that we did earlier at the beginning, and this is the final sketch. So from here, if you guys erase the shapes that we did earlier, you guys will have a similar sketch as we have here. So right there, I just point out that the leg just looks horrible. So I apologize for that, and I do go back and I do try to change it. I don't like fully fix it right now. I do go back once I do my final drawing. I do go back and I do mess with it a little bit more, and overall it didn't come out the way I wanted to, but I mean, everybody has troubles with different parts, and for me this was one. So hopefully you guys are able to do a better leg. That's why I have the reference up there for you guys to get a better idea of how it should be, you know. Just work a little bit on the shape of his leg as well, making sure that it just corresponds. And now I feel it's too thin compared to it was before. But yeah, guys, so we got our final sketch, and then from here, just look at the reference and look at your sketch. Don't follow mine exactly, you know. It might be there just to give you guys like a little bit of idea of where the lines are. But just look at your the reference and your sketch, and just like make any changes that you guys might need to add, you know. For example, my fingers didn't line up properly like they do on the reference to the knee, you know. The same thing with the shoulder, with the whiskers where they're touching the left shoulder, the one we're looking at basically. If you guys notice, the shoulder, the little spike overlaps the whiskers a little bit in the wrong area. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same as the reference. So just make your drawing, make it work for your drawing, in other words. And yeah, so I did end up coloring it, guys, and I did do like the final outline. So I did go back and I did work a little bit on the shapes and some of the lines. As you guys see here, this is the final outline. So it's really similar to the sketch. Obviously, you know, I didn't make that many changes. One of them was just the leg. Like I told you guys, it was really bad, but I was really happy with it overall, you know, the sketch that I did. But just make those changes for your drawings, and just remember to erase the lines that are not supposed to be there, like the lines that we did earlier for the shapes. And then I did end up coloring it, although guys, I'm not the best at coloring, so I apologize for that. It's not my best work, but I tried, you know what I mean. And I didn't want to copy the actual colors from the reference. I wanted to kind of like get an idea of myself choosing the reds and the different shades and stuff like that. And it didn't come out. I think I could have done a better job if I played a little bit more with it, spent a little bit more time on it. It probably would have looked a lot better, because I'm not the worst at coloring, guys, but I mean, I spent a long time doing this. So by the end, when I was coloring it, you know, that's not the purpose of this video, just so you guys could draw him. So I didn't spend a lot of time on that. But yeah, guys, so hopefully I was able to help you guys out. And if you guys have any comments, you know, any help that you guys might need, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to reply. But I guess that's it, and I guess I'll just catch you guys on the next one. Team Rocket Draws out.